Alright, so today we're going to take the back wheels off, we're going to dismantle the back brakes, we're going to open up the rear end and look at it and see if this rear end is going to be savable or if I'm going to end up having to order a new rear end. So that's the plan for today. We're probably going to take the front wheels off and dismantle the brakes because we're doing the sandblasting, there's sand getting in there and they're kind of dragging a lot, just to make it a little bit easier to move it around. Well, I cannot show you how long it's been since these brakes have been apart on this thing. Oh, geez. Our design is to hold these lines. Go on these nuts. Hold this.
This thing?
Drip pan. The other one over Alright, so the first one that you want to take off is this one right here. So you got to get, there's a hole in it, you're going to put it in at an angle, and you're going to twist it the other way, and you'll get up. Yep. Now you're going up too high. If you can get it there, see how it's grabbing that? It's free. You pull it off, it's free. Yeah, it is. Okay. Keep your hand for a second. So it's got a hook, so it goes in the hole and locks it. So now you can take that spring off. Yeah, but you got to get on that from the other side. So you need to get on it, like that. Okay? Stop. If you go too far, it's going to jump. So get it on that pin. This pin, it goes on the pin. You're going to get a little bit of an angle on it.
I didn't know that's going.
Okay, now. Good. Okay, now start twisting. Alright. No, you need to come all the way over now. Bend it that way. There you go. You're fighting too much. Look. Watch it. That one, but let me see if it's through. There you go. So you're going to put it, there you go, just like that. Yeah, but you need to get in, right in there, and now start twisting.
Ow.
Come on. Don't go too far. Wait a minute. got it. Come on, a little bit more. A little bit more. Now pull back. Okay.
You ripped off the new one, come on.
You'll live. Alright. So, we're done with that. Now, grab this. Feel on the back, you can feel the button. So you have to push it in. Going too far. Watch. You want to catch just the edge of it. Just the edge of it. Push it in. Until it comes through. Just like that. Now do the same one on that. Yep. I'll hold it in the back. You're going right there. Alright, now let go. Let go. Let go. Now, right there you go. You can't go too far in. You're going too far in. That comes out. This comes out. This. Three. That comes out. Parking brake cable. So now, take this. Alright, so I want to remove the axles. I want to remove the back plates. To get the back plates out, or backing plates for the brakes, I have to get the axles off. Give me that rag right there, please. So to do so, on the center carrier, and this is an open leg carrier, so if you hot rod and you try to spin your tires, only one side's going to spin. And if I rebuild this, I'll be replacing this with a Positrack rear end. So to get the axles out, there's C-clips in here that hold the axles in. So you have to take this bolt out right here. And sometimes it's a lot easier if you don't have all your drive lines disassembled, because it holds everything steady. And since I've already gone that far, this bolt comes out. And once you get that bolt out, then you can force this center pin out, which is right here. And you have to be careful not to rotate too much once you take this out. Just looking at this, I'm going to clean it up in my solvent tank, but it looks like this rear end is worn out. So I'll probably take the side gears out as well, or the spider gear set, which this is it. Here's one of them. I can roll it the other way and get the other one out. So the next thing to do is to just simply smack the axle in. Once the axle comes in, you have access to the C-clip. And the C-clip comes in, or comes out, and then you can push the axle out. Okay. Can you smack that axle in?
This one?
Yep, just hit it. A little bit more. There you go. Sometimes the C-clips just drop. So So we could take the side gears out if we wanted to. Alright, so you can see the axle's out. You can grab the axle. And you want to be careful if you're trying to save it. The seals. You don't want to drag it on the seals. And that's the axle. And this groove right here is where the C-clip goes in to hold the axle in. So that pin in the center has to come out for this to come in far enough to get the C-clip out. So there's one of the axles. Now we'll go over to the other side. And I will pull this one out. And again, you don't want to drag on the seal if you're trying to save the seal and bearings. But anytime that I would take the axle out, I would just for insurance replace the seal. Because they're only a couple dollars at the auto parts store, no more than 10 I think. The goal is to get these off and get them out of the way, because eventually I'll be putting a disc brake setup on there, and it's going to have a bracket or a plate that goes on there that has the parking brake shoe in it, and then because I'm going to use the wheel wood as my intention, and then I'll have a rotor and a caliper mounted. No more drum brakes. So the next thing is to take out these bolts. I need to get them cleaned up because I'll have to reuse those for kit, I'm sure. Okay, so all of these are going to have to be kept.
Taking everything out of that. We're just gonna leave it how it is.
Wash that off. You don't want to put this. We're going to put the axles back in just a minute. So I'm going to put it back down on the wheels. All I'm trying to do is get all this stuff off, so that it's usable. And I need to measure these axles. And then we're going to throw all these in solvent. Okay. So you can see the two axles have slid back in. You can see the little grooves where the C-clips go. One goes in there, and then it pushes back, and then the other one goes right here, and that pushes back. And now we can take and put this back in, and having this in the center prevents those axles from pivoting. Fold. Go back in there. We don't have to worry about any of that coming out. Moving on. So this bolt, I don't need to tighten it down. There is a torque spec on it. If you build one of these, I don't need to tighten it down right now. I'm just going to snug it down so it's not in the way, and all this will roll when I put the wheels back on. So when you take one of these differentials apart, these two caps, when you take these out, you have to mark which one goes where. You have to make sure that they go back in the same direction, the same orientation. If not, they're machined to fit that way, you're going to cause problems down the road. So now that this is all done, it's all back together, and I've got the axles on there so I can mount the wheels back on it. Got to clean this up a little bit and put the gasket back on to keep it sealed up and tighten it down and not worry about having issues. So, all I was trying to do was get the backing plates off, and that's the process to get that far. So if you're doing a brake conversion on one of these, this is the process you have to go. And again, I would recommend replacing the axle seals when you get it all apart, just to save you the possibility of a problem.